I'm Eliana Krupa Coffee of Grade 5 at Donald Memorial High School, Hyderabad, Telangana, India. Through this video, I would like to bring to your notice about a person along with his companions, those who have been good Samaritans and wiped away the tears of many in the first wave of COVID. The first wave of COVID, a time where people were facing a lot of fear, hardship, poverty, unemployment, etc. A time to worry about what to eat, how to live, how to pay the rent, etc. A situation where people cannot meet each other for any help. If it is said that there is a COVID patient in a village, it makes people scary to go into a vehicle to that area. Food items are sanitized and used. Fruits and vegetables are washed with soapy water and hit the sanitizer and ate with fear. No knowledge how to handle the situation. All that has come through is horrible news, which will increase the fear. In this situation, Mr. Libby Benjamin, President, Confederation of Telangana Region, Malayali Associations, Telangana, India came to the aid of many.
He was accompanied by other members of CTRMA, Advisor M.M. Abraham, Vice Presidents P. Pradeep, S. Alex, General Secretary R. Sabu, Secretary P. C. Ajit, Treasurer Manoharan, Executive Members K. Udayan, Biju Maman, Anil Singh, Jyotirmayan, Laiju Thomas, Biju Vatamala, Mr. Roy, and Father Joseph opened 12 quarantine centers and acted as center in charges. This was a great relief to all the Malayalis who were stranded and suffering in Telangana. Special arrangements have been made for those staying as bachelors and paying guests to stay away if affected by COVID. From time to time, they were provided with food, medicine, and counseling. Initially, Mr. Benjamin was very scared. When he knew that the sufferings of the people, took initiative to help them in whatever manner they could by risking their lives. No one should be left without food and shelter. The sudden lockdown forced ordinary people to take the streets without even being paid by their employers. But with the intervention of Mr. Libby Benjamin, many received their salaries. When there was no way to go to their native places, filled with death fear, CTRMA arranged 148 buses and sent all those stranded in Telangana. Of those, 60 passengers were sent free of cost with the help of sponsors. 40% went home on the cost-to-cost amount. Once 22 girls were strategically evicted from a hostel by their owner, and they were on road without any help. Libby Benjamin came to know about them and they were taken to a safe place, provided food, accommodation, and all what they needed. In addition to the 12 centers, Mr. Benjamin opened his house for those who had no place to stay in the first wave of COVID. When about 100 of nursing students were trapped, they were repatriated safely in a special vehicle with the help of the Telangana government. There were those who had no money to get their phones recharged and pay the house rent. CTRMA met their needs, conducted online meetings to encourage the isolated and frightened people. These meetings were a great relief. Continuously supplied free food kits to all those who had no means to buy food items. When the lockdown got a little relaxed, CTRMA arranged the trip pass, the vehicle pass, and the food to eat on the way for those who were trapped. As the journey during the lockdown was very careful, the instructions to be followed along the way were given by Mr. M.M. Abraham. He continued to describe each vehicle as it departed, checking the temperature of each person. As the restaurants in the middle of the road were closed, packed food was supplied to all the passengers. Thus, the 24-hour journey was out of risk.
I lost my job, no place to stay. Will never forget the help. made all the arrangements for us when we were in strain.
I resigned my job, everything went dark, but CTRMA gave light.
If CTRMA didn't help us, we would be in great problem.
A vehicle carrying 50% of passengers from Hyderabad to Kerala complies with the government regulations. As people from different places travel in the same vehicle, created WhatsApp groups for each vehicle. Therefore, each passenger has the opportunity to communicate with each other even after the end of the journey. When someone in the journey group is affected with COVID, the others will know the condition through the group and become cautious. Thus, they will get a clear picture about all the passengers that traveled along with them. Meanwhile, 28 students arrived from Italy at Chennai airport on a special flight and left for Kerala via Hyderabad on a tempo traveler. Due to the lack of food or toilet facilities. On the way, they contacted Mr. Libby Benjamin and assured them the necessary assistance. When they reached the place where they were told to come, the police rounded them up and through the intervention of the commissioner of police rescued them without a police case. It was a time when the name Italy was terrifying. Meanwhile, two cars traveling from Bihar to Kerala met with an accident, killing the husband and the daughter of a family. But the wife and the other child were rushed to a government hospital for treatment. Knowing that there was no one to help, Mr. Libby Benjamin went to the government hospital with them and arranged the help that they needed. There were many pregnant women stranded in Hyderabad, hoping to return to Kerala on their 5th or 6th month of pregnancy. But sudden lockdown made things upside down. No one to help them but CTRMA sent them all home safely. A 24-hour desk was maintained thinking that no one should be bothered. Thus, Mr. Libby Benjamin and his team have been a blessing to many. God bless.